So today's question is, why can some people focus but others can't? And this is something which I really struggled with, right? When I was in secondary, especially later secondary, I was like, some people just know everything, they're laser focused. And I'm here in English class, sitting at the back of the class on my phone, doing jack shit. Right? I'm gonna be honest. But as soon as I figured this out, this changed my life. And I promise you it will do the same for you. So essentially, all it is knowing what you're doing and when you're doing it. Which sounds stupid, but writing down what you plan to do in the next hour or 2 hours, while seems so small, keeps your head just in the right place. And you get so much more work done when you know you have a goal and you want to achieve it. And you kind of feel like, I want to achieve these goals, I want to get better at these goals. And then you start making your goals even harder and harder. So it could go from doing 20 marks worth of a maths paper, doing 30 marks worth of a maths paper in 45 minutes, right? And you'll see improvement like that, which you'll never see if you just do an arbitrary, I'm just going to do some maths question until time's up. But if you think about it, the more marks you get, of course, the better you're going to be in an exam, right? That's how they work. And you can do that at other things in life. If you say to yourself, I am going to make 10 high quality videos, or I'm going to make 5 high quality videos. If you just keep sticking to 5 high quality videos, if your quality isn't improving or your output isn't improving, it's kind of useless, right? But don't let that mean I just want quantity, because if you just go for quantity, it's like saying I'm going to read 100 books but you just skim read them all. You're going to get more out of reading 5 books properly. You need to balance quantity and quality, because your total output is your quality times by your quantity. And in the same way, your total output could also be seen as the level of focus times the amount of time spent focused, right? So 4 hours of writing down notes and watching videos is not the same as 2 hours of answering practice problems. And once you understood the concept, answering practice problems is going to do you way better than something like rewriting notes or summarizing notes. Because the thing is, there's a big difference between recognition and memorization and understanding. Recognition is if I was to read a passage and then ask a question on it. I'd recognize the word in the question, so I'd know what to say because I'd remember the words around it, right? Memorization is like rote learning, per se, the Ratta technique. If you're Asian, you'll know what that is. It's like you are just given a bunch of content, you just say it over and over again on flashcards. And it works for exams, but you don't understand it, so it doesn't work for concepts like math. So for things like sciences, especially like psychology as well, I know that people would use flashcards and that's all they did, especially even essay subjects like history. But for maths, computer science, these kind of things where you have to think logically, that's just not going to work. So what it actually is you need to fully understand why things are happening. For example, in further maths, we have matrices. Why does a matrix to any point show a linear transformation, right? That is something you need to understand why it does it. So, for example, the determinant shows you the scale factor, and this changes all of the points when they're multiplied through. Or another example, more basic, why Pythagoras theorem works, and there's proofs you can read on it. If you have these reasonings behind it, you'll be able to understand more in less time, because once you understand it, you can just block together questions. So even in exams, once I didn't know what a word meant in my GCSEs, right? I think it was in the GCSE physics paper 2. I didn't know what a word meant, but I kind of blocked it together, and I'm pretty sure I got it right, because alhamdulillah, I did pretty well. And in the same way, you can do that in tests, and you can do that in questions. And you should treat the questions you do like you're in a test. Don't have your notes next to you, because then it's just recognition, right? You need to think, if you're always in a test, you'll be so much more used to being tested, and you'll have none of the test panic, and your studying will be more productive. Because if you think about it, the amount of stuff you study during exam season is way more than the amount of stuff you usually study. So if you always study like you're in exam season, surely your total output will be better, and you're more likely to do better in your exams, right? And that's basically it. There's one more thing, which is having allotted times for breaks, allotted times for fun, allotted times for work. Because I know a lot of people, they'll have their phone with them. I know everyone has device, put your phone in another room, put your phone in the drawer. I'm not saying that. I'm saying know when you're going to pick up your phone, but don't pick up your phone till then. So if with me, I'm like, if I'm programming something, until I do like a decent chunk of maybe what I consider 1.5 hours of decent output, then yeah, I'll pick up my phone and see what's happening. But most times, just realize what's on your phone doesn't matter. You're gonna watch 2-3 videos that you've been sent by, like in a group chat. You're gonna respond to meaningless messages. You know what I'm saying? It's not that important. It just distracts your brain more. So if you can get rid of it, get rid of it. But there is also a healthy balance you can have. And that's basically it. See ya.